Hey everybody, Slothalopolis back with the Average Gamer guys, doing some more Rocket League coaching. I put out a video a long time ago asking for replays and stuff, and then I instantly got sick and had Christmas and all that stuff going on. So I really apologize for the delay. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a little wonky today. I am just getting over a cold and am sick of runny noses and sneezing and coughing. But we're gonna live. We're gonna get through it. Today we're looking at a video sent in by longtime sub and longtime friend of the channel, LegendNightmare. He is a player that I would say is still not relatively new, but in Rocket League terms, he doesn't have the huge amount of hours that a lot of us do, and he's really putting it together mechanically. I'm pretty impressed by the things that he's able to accomplish mechanically, but he just needs help with the rotations and positioning. All right, let's stop and take a look at this right here. Now, this is a really simple fix. It's really just a matter of positioning. If you change and transition into the kind of ideal goalie position here, on the goal line, straddling the goal line with your wheels parallel to that goal line, and closer to your back post than your front post, you have the opportunity to attack anything as soon as it's coming across the goal mouth. Now, if you kind of just look at the change here of being in the very middle of the goalie box, and the only direction you're going to hit that is towards the goal, change that and be inside the goal, ready to come out and attack, and you can actually transition really quickly into a fast break opportunity. But after all is said and done, we really didn't get punished there. Legend Nightmare walks away without an own goal, which is solid. Coming off the wall, obviously want a little better hit there, but that's just that's a mechanical thing. That's kind of a more of a time and place. There's a little bit too much of a slow rotation here. That's one thing I'm going to point out and that I'm going to focus on here as we stop and pull it back. So we're slowing this rotation down, and in threes you obviously have three positions. Now they're always changing, but we have a 1, 2, and a 3. So Viz way up front is the 1, Tetris back here is the 2, and Legend Nightmare is currently sitting in the 3 position. Now the third position is very important. That's your last line of defense. You are kind of the end all be all on defense. You cannot dive at the wrong time or you will get punished. However, Viz just got a pretty decent 50-50 win over here, and Tetris is pushing up on the left. So instead of circling all the way back around to get boost, Legend Nightmare can utilize that 42 boost that he has now, pick up a couple of these pads, lily pads, whatever people call them, these 12 boost pads to get up there and kind of supplement his boost usage until he can get up to that ball. So that's what I would love to see is just that rotation, just cutting straight up instead of trying to go for this 100 boost. Pick up those 12s, they're super important. And if that happens and this ball is in the net a good 2-3 seconds earlier and Legend is not depending on a teammate to bump out a goalie in order to score that. So move fast and score those goals fast. All that is just a matter of being comfortable and knowing the rotations and doing them solidly. Solid kickoff. It looks like a variant of the scrub killer kickoff. That's a pretty consistent one. I have no problems at all with that. That's actually a seems to be a strong point. Watch all this boost usage. There's just kind of like 6 boosts at a time thrown around here and there. Be careful of feathering your boost like that because that's a great way to use a lot of boost and not really get anywhere. But to back this up and look at this rotation here, again, we're going to see Viz come up on the left side to hit the ball. He's going to be the 1. Tetris is falling back as the 3, and we have an uncontested shot from Viz as the 1, so we're going to be able to push up as the 2. Now, that means I have to get my butt up there. This is a great opportunity for a shot. This is a great pass off the backboard that the orange team can't quite keep clean. And yes, it is read wrong and the shot is not taken, but I would rather you miss as soon as that ball comes off the back wall than to miss after it's had time to hit the ground and bounce. And I think that's something that you'll see pretty consistently is the unwillingness to be overly aggressive, even through the platinum and diamond ranks, is there's just too much time sitting and waiting and deciding whether or not to go. So this is a kind of a middling weird spot here to be. Oh, that's a short cycle. All right, let's take a look at this here. So this positioning is not bad. Legend Nightmare is currently the 2 position because Viz is the 3, and he's getting boost and getting back into position. I'm okay with the shadowing right there to make sure that the defense isn't too aggressive to try to take that ball away. As the two, you need to be much closer to the goal right now because the pass is going to come to you and it's going to be your opportunity to take that shot because the one is all about setting you up. However, here's where the issue is. This is what's called a short cycle. The two did not cycle all the way back, and instead, the two, being Legend, cycled from the two to the one without letting the three get the tackle right there. So all that's done is left you on the wrong side of mid with no boost and basically hung your third teammate out to dry. Now, conversely, you weren't the Legend Nightmare wasn't far enough forward on that offensive push, and that time he was much too close. So we had two teammates kind of passing the ball and trying to maintain possession right next to each other, and then we had the three right behind them. So if a really well-timed tackle comes in to take that ball away and it happens to be on net, there is nobody that's going to be able to save that. That common thread of when to attack the ball is going to continue to come up. That ball should have been attacked much sooner to make sure that it didn't go around and cross the goal mouth, because that honestly probably should have been a goal for orange. But that's going to be a pretty consistent thing, as we talked about before, is uh, when to challenge. So this is actually a really aggressive challenge. 6 boost turning on that ball to attack it, and the actual air roll shot was awesome. Air roll in one direction away from the goal, and that gives you the opportunity to either directly barrel roll in that direction to cut like a really tight angle, or you can jump diagonally towards the goal and get really solid angles. So the ball didn't go in directly, but it did afford a teammate a really great shot opportunity. Now, on that offensive push, there was a lot of attempt to keep possession of that ball with 0 boost that I think a teammate probably had a better opportunity to take advantage of. So that's where using your right stick to pan around and turning ball cam off and on is a really good idea to try to have as much information as possible, especially in threes. Having 5 other cars on the field, it's really important to know where everybody is and what opportunities that's going to afford you. Now watch here as no boost gets taken, nothing gets accomplished. There's just a big circle that's done around the defensive zone, and all of the boost is wasted. So now we have a pretty decent pass from our teammate, and we don't have any boost to go after and get it. So that's going to kind of just still continue to perpetuate that theme that we would see of boost usage and not really being sure exactly where to go. I would say honestly the rotation wasn't bad looking for a pass from a teammate, but use that time to get boost. Those little lily pads, those 12 boost pads, are really great. I know I said it earlier, but I see so many people who only go for the hundreds and don't bother with the 12s. The 12s are a great way to make sure you stay in the game no matter what. And looking at defensive commitments as well, uh, teammates back, trust them. You trust Tetris right there to come out of goal and hit that ball. I understand being conservative and stuff too. It's not a huge error, but just keep in mind that if there was somebody coming in on the rebound, Tetris doesn't get a great shot. By jumping in on the commitment there, you basically take yourself out of the goal for any immediate rebound shots. So decent little offensive opportunity there that came off that fast break. However, there was just kind of a triple commit there at first. Oh gosh, that's in the net, isn't it? All right, that's teammates right there. That's teamwork. Getting those pinches, totally calculated. But I think that about wraps it up for the time that we have on the replay. If I spent too much time on any one certain thing, or if I stopped too much, or if I was using the slow mo too much, anything like that, y'all, please do let me know. But I hope this was helpful to you. Big shout out to Legend Nightmare for being awesome, 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 super cool dude. And we appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to do all that. And I'll see you next time. Send me your clips.